What you looking at, babe?
Car.
Hello. Okay. Good morning to those in the morning, evening, and afternoon for the rest. I know this was a little more short notice, but couldn't quite perfectly plan the timing on this one, but I figured couldn't hurt to just start it and go with it. The bird emojis, yep. But at least you see these three, so hello to Danny, Red Raven, Project Odin. There we go, I think I got the names. It went pretty good yesterday. We got at least a good chunk of the cast members done. We now have Matt, Travis, Whitney, Sam, and Robbie. But we now also have our fun Ashley, Laura, Alex, Abria, Liam, and potentially Louise to do. Now, last we left off, we were in the middle of creating Abria. And Abria was a Nicobar pigeon. So, this is the last one we had to do. And so, we're going to be finishing up Abria's, and then we will have to do some dice rolls and determine what comes next, and hopefully with a lot of help from the community here, we can actually get a good collection of ideas for what could be a great critter for the rest. There have been some previous mentions, and I will certainly try to bring up the critters that were mentioned for other cast members when ideas came to mind, and wanted to write them down so we didn't forget. But in the meantime, at least, this is the one I can get a start on while we have more critters come in and eventually work together. So let's go ahead and let's finish up Abria. Let's give her a little bit more cleanup and some coloring. Gotta say, the radiance of the green on this one is so cool. That iridescent green. Let's block out a silhouette for us. Let's go with let's start with that color. Robbie's hat, yeah. I'm very glad that the critters suggested and convinced that the hat should definitely be a part of his critter. And I do love the fact that he is extremely similar to that little bird from Demon Hunter, because that little bird and tiger combo, I thought they were hilarious. And recently, I did see that there was a post by Robbie that he is absolutely still in New Zealand. He's in Auckland right now. Some Wild Eye makeup, yeah. She always brings, like, a great pop with her makeup, doesn't she? See if we can get a little bit more. To her. And okay, let's see how this contrasting green is going to work. I'm going to make sure to look up some references just to be safe. Get as many angles as I can. Man, that bird is just... it's so colorful. It's so crazy cool color. Alright. Let's see. So it looks like, yeah, we gotta mix some of the black feathers with the green feathers coming in. And by the way, are you guys, if you are Beacon members, I hope you're excited and interested to see what we will get from the fireside chat with Josh and Chris, the animators, and the ones on their Draw Your Weapons, as well as the workers for the Critical Role's Vox Machina animated series. They are well, I've yet to meet Chris in person, but I have met Josh, and Josh is absolutely a great, kind-hearted soul. I mean, he is very, like, not only friendly, but he's also pretty darn clever and witty. He's been doing D&D for a while. And there was a lot of interesting insights that came to how he was playing the game, and how he had it originally from his own like creation, since he was like I think a kid in high school or something. But that entire world that he has been his baby for a while. A lot of color and glitter. A Dragonlance game. All right. I see. Though that's a lot of fun to do that too. Which again also was kind of crazy because the actual episode that they had recently, the latest one, they had the son of Gary Gygax, Luke Gygax, as the guest star, and they absolutely had a blast. He was playing, I believe it was Shelly, the Tortle Celestial Druid, who did some pretty crazy cool moves on a few of the NPCs, but it was definitely a time. And they also have the sandal of Gary Gygax. That's another kind of like little prop that they've kept with them on the set too. Like it gets passed around. And by the way, when I say the sandal of Gary Gygax, it is one that he made, if I remember correctly, because he was a cobbler, and so making shoes was something that he absolutely had done, and that was one of the creations that he made. So it's like a kind of fun, almost kind of like relic that gets moved around the country, and each one gets to have it for a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Now there's so many colors in here. We've got to like try to honor them, but we got to also make sure not to go too crazy, because having to repeat would be a little intense. So let's see. If we make her tail feathers, that kind of, and then we can leave. Looking just in case. Alright, yeah, so the brown definitely has a bit more of like a gold shimmer to it. So just under there will give the pop of the warm. Yeah, no, I was really hoping to try and get this as quick as I can, because I'm pretty darn sure that next weekend I'm gonna probably have to be working on whatever the next animatic would be for the upcoming episode, unless their schedule has another break. If their schedule has another break, then I have more freedom. But if it doesn't, then that's going to have to probably be the focus, is getting that all done. Now let's see. What would be a good eye makeup for her. What do we think? Do you guys think maybe like a gold, or you think like a pink or a red? What would be a good little pop to place near the eye? If we attach the warm to connect her with her warm back there, it would look like that. Cool color would look more like this. You can get like a more gold color. You get something like that. Alright, let's see what a good red would look like. Let's go with a nice red. Alright. And this is what a red would look like. Alright. Abria, yes, good job recognizing the Nicobar pigeon. I had no idea about that bird until until basically doing the stream. Love it though. Bird's amazing. The greater tit. I think you have we had some very close poll votes going on for Bria last time, and oh it was crazy. UK phone box. I mean, yeah, if you go for a deeper satin like red, it gets to like this kind of dark, which I think is a little bit too away from maybe perhaps some of the colors that we were getting. But yeah, so I mean like the poppy red, the bright yellow gold, the blue, and the orange, like some of the just to kind of allow you guys to see them a bit. See which one jumps out at you. Nico Pigeon Kenku, that would be a character. Oh yeah, that would be a fun one to see. I like it. Gold look good. Orange. Oh wow, that's full of traumas. I'm seeing a good selection of golden orange. So because yeah, there's the yellow, which is that, and the orange kind of comes with the other feather coloring. All right, you know what we'll do? I'll go ahead and I'll get that one real quick, and then just make sure, just don't wanna. There we go. All right, so we'll have them a little side by sidey going on here. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll do a poll real quick. We'll get you guys to vote between these two. So we'll call this number 1, and we'll call this number 2. And you guys tell me which of these designs is more to your liking. Alright, so option 1, option 2. Here we go. Alright, and I'll just go ahead and put a timer real quick. Alright, so I'll give you guys 1 minute more, starting now, to go ahead and vote for your choice. Also, by the way, hello everybody who's here. Thank you for joining. This is the continuation of the Critical Role Critters creation stream. We are currently working on Abria, as she is a Nicobar pigeon, and we've got quite a few still left to go. Once we get her nailed down, we are going to be doing some dice rolls to determine who to draw next. And we'll definitely need some input from you guys to help us figure everything out. So, be sure to come in and to help me figure out what's the best fit for our Critical Role crew. Alright, we got 20 seconds left on the clock. Some teal on the hair frills? I mean, yeah, there is a little bit of tealing, I think, on the Nicobar. So I could potentially just, like, pop that in with a bit more of a connection to kind of get the rear to meet with the front, kind of balance it out a little bit. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and done. We now have our poll. What do we have? Number 1, by a good margin, 73. Okay. Alright. Gold it is. Alright, so. And by the way, obviously, what we're doing now is just very quick, rough designs. When these actually get properly drawn up, we are going to have a bit more finesse in the placements and getting a better overall appeal for the actual final designs. But at least we can get a nice concept going on. Oh, actually, it seems that the teal connects to the iridescent greens, which would technically... I guess that's the other thing. We would actually see some more of the green feathers that come below. Because it's like a... almost like a paralleled layering. So we'd get a little something like that for her. I really, yeah, I agree, Martin. I like being able to work on this with the critters because I feel like you guys come up with some crazy great ideas that I'd never even consider, and so many amazing species and like different like color combinations and accessories. They're all phenomenal. I love them. Yes. All right. You know, I think this is a good one that we can set and say, because what we've been doing, of course, is every other critter that's been done, we've let them cook, essentially. They sit on the side, because eventually we will come back to them, and we will refine them a little bit if we need to add a bit more, change a bit here and there. But at least for now, we've got ourselves a pretty well seasoned Abria design. All right. So far, so good. We've got ourselves 6 out of the whole. Well, technically, we also have Marisha and Taliesin and Brennan, so we have more, but they're in the back. We kind of know them at least a little bit. I'm sure we'll bring them up in for like a whole picture for them all eventually. But for now, we have got to get ourselves a few more of the people done. Thank you, by the way. I think Robbie looks adorable. I love him. He's got such a smile face. All right, now in honor of Critical Role D&D and all that good stuff, the dice rolls come next. Let me grab us a D4 this time. Hey, we've actually gone to the tiniest die. Oh my gosh, the little poker. Where's that? Ah, is that? Nope, that's an 8, not a 4. Come on, 4. Where are you at? There you are. Okay. Alright. Okay, I've got myself a deadly D4. The thing that will pierce your foot should you ever step on it, especially if it's this metal one. Oh my god, the points on this are vicious. Alright. Okay, guys, so for the 4, because again, Luis is kind of the whole, not sure yet. Luis was technically drawn as a pseudo-dragon. And I didn't know if we were going to be doing a lot more critter diversity, but we've gone really heavy on the birds. So, might need to make him a bird just to match everyone? We'll have to see. But, at least, for now, rolling this D-caltrip. 1 is Ashley, 2 is Laura. Oh my gosh, okay, 3 is Alex, and 4 is Liam. Here we go. The number is a 3. Alex! Alex. Oh, Alex. Now, I do remember some of those pictures for Alex. Oh, I did a flip. There we go. The first one for Alex that we all recall is the Dracula parrot. I mean, the name alone is just amazing. But let's go ahead and clear some of these off the board so we can actually see a little bit. All right. So, Dracula parrot was 1. And I do remember getting a few other suggestions, and I'm going to just quickly pull them up. You are absolutely welcome, and thank you guys for coming in and actually helping me too. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given. It's mind-blowing. It's so amazing. All right, now let's see. Rupoul's vulture, specifically Rupoul's vulture. Look at that one real quick. Not a normal vulture, but a Rupoul's vulture. Oh, looks like Rupoul named quite a few things. Rupoul's warble, Rupoul's parrot, Rupoul's starlet. Rupoul was going around naming things. Oh, it's that vulture, right? Yes, I've seen that one. And I know the funny part about the vulture, of course, is that we all recall the time Robbie summoned an undead vulture. And I mean, having an undead critter is kind of like, pretty on brand for Roctus. Now, but don't forget though, remember, if in case, knock on wood, it doesn't happen, but Brennan did say that the risks of characters getting, snuffed out is potential, so we don't want to maybe go too heavy on just a single character representation of them. We kind of want to feel them for a person. It's like, it's them representing themselves. Because this is table talk, so it's kind of them as players talking. So, got to make sure we get a good vibe for Alex. Bat. Tomb bats. A mole rat and a painted bat? I mean, bat obviously has a huge, that definitely has a good fit for it. Never heard of a painted bat, though. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Nature decided to go Halloween on us. Wow, look at that. Painted bat. Jeez. Orange and black. Wow. I don't know what they're camouflaging with, but that is cool. Yes, I think I can give the bird a specific hairstyle. I can give that classic hair feathered flop on top of the head for sure. Let's see. I'm seeing Cinder's Vulture, Rook as well. All right, so and then Starling I saw as well. Oh, that's a very interesting vulture. It's got like a bluing on the beak. Another vulture there. Let's see. Yeah, he is so tall. He is very, very tall. On a side note, kind of a fun little thing. I never actually quote what you would call met in person, but I did spot Alex at a bar and saw him there. He was looking around, eye contact for like the briefest of bits, and I was just, first it was more like, is that? No, can't be. Is it? Oh, it is. So it was a moment just going like, oh, damn. But he was having fun with some friends and didn't want to do anything to interrupt him. He was out there to have fun, so definitely let him do what he's doing. But from at least from experience and standing there in real life, tall, very tall. He is quite tall. And surprisingly enough, actually, Josh, the DM that I was mentioning from Draw Your Weapons, also very tall. Both of them actually, I think, are kind of the same height. They're like two tall dudes. A lizard. Some kind of lizard. So let's see. I'll look for Starling and Rook real quick, just so I don't forget them. Alright, and... Rook's a little close to, the ravens and the crow we had, so it might be a little too much of the same. Probably want to avoid too much double dipping at that point. Australian magpie. Again, I mean, it does have some color differences for sure. The magpie does stand a bit different. So I'll give it a chance to put up there for you guys to look at and to kind of see, but iguana. Oh, a kite is a very like eagle kind of going on bird there. All right. So let's see. We don't want to go too crazy on the size difference because if they're all going to be standing together and talking with each other to fit on the screen, probably nice to be somewhat in the same category of size. All right, and last one we'll pull is a finch because we have Raven for Taliesin. We have Crow for Brennan. They're both kind of similar, but they're using a little bit of color difference for their top head. But yeah, yeah, just one iguana out of all the birds. Ashley has been like compared to the not the capybara, but the other one. I can't remember its name, but it's that other little like cute-faced rodent kind of creature, kind of choppy, like has a weird name. But anyways, okay. This is a good selection. We've got a good collection. Probably a little too character focused if we go for pin eyes, because again, just in case, hopefully not, that the character could potentially meet a terrible fate at Brandon's hands. Quokka, that's it. Quokka, that's the one. Golden finches, I think that might be a thing. A canary certainly is. A canary absolutely is a very bright yellow bird. But so right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 selections here. I'm gonna go ahead and number them 1 to 8 essentially, and because voting usually only restricts you to 1 for the poll options. So to kind of start narrowing it down a little bit, we're going to then pick at least a couple, and that way we can sketch out a few of them and see which one has a better personality fit for when it's designed. So, if you guys would please tally up for me your top 3. So go ahead and do your top 3. As I see them come up, I'm going to start making tally marks real quick for each one. And that way I can at least see which one gathers the greater chunk of popularity. It should be easy to at least see the majority choice at that point for which one's feeling good. Just in case of the black's a little too hard to read, we'll make them white and outline black. Okay, cool. All right, I'm seeing some things. Okay, we got 1, 4, 8, 3, 4, 7, 1, 5, 6, 3, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8, 1, 4, 7, 1 for 7 again. 1, 4, 7, 7, 8, 2, 7, 8, 2, 1, 4, 8, 1, 4, 8, 5, 7, 8, 8, 8, 5, 8, 5, 3, 1, 7, 3, 1, 7. 1 for 7. All right. 1 there. 1, 4, 7, 7, because I saw them repeat. And 4, 7, 8. 4, 7, 8. 1, 5. 7, 1, 4. 1, 4. 1, 3, 7. 1, 3, 7. 1, 3, 7. Okay. So 1, 3, 7. Okay. 1, 4, 7. 1, 4, 7. 3, 7. 1, 7, 4. 1, 4. 4, 8. 4, 8. And 3, 7, 2. Okay. 3, 7, 2. 3, 7, 2. All right. Just from there, where we got it, looks like we got at least 15 for 1, 17 for 7, and I can definitely see 14 for 4. Those 3 look like the biggest contenders, 5, 7, 8. I mean, that would be, that's a 7, 8. All right, still the same currently right now. All right, so with that, I think we've got a good selection of 1, 4, and 7. So we've got ourselves the magpie, the Dracula parrot, and the, was that Australian condor? I think it was an Australian condor. No, it was something condor. I'll remember it eventually. Let's go ahead and get those ones as the set that we shall start with. Magpie, there you are. Starling, we love you, but Bat, you are amazing, but I'm guessing it's birds. It's birds. Brandon will be very proud of all of you for sticking with the birds. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and sketch up a few of these birds here and see which one screams Alex energy. Kind of interesting how the music kind of went a little bit into creepy mode, not creepy mode kind of thing. It's interesting, this like melody. I can hear like the Egyptian thing of the ding 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 dee 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 dee, but it changes it just at the very end, so it doesn't become that melody. And now I'm just thinking of childhood every time we would use that, like there's a hole in the wall, and the different silly things that we'd come up with for lyrics. Andean, or yeah, like I think maybe that was Andean Condor. Face is a little bit more stretched. All right. Yeah, slight speaking. One little feather streak. Yeah. I mean, just accompanied with a little pin cushion the whole time. That'd be fun. I mean, or that's a curious thing. Again, it's always a wonder as to like how much of his personal touches come in to your D&D characters, because we always try to like say that we're not our D&D characters, but we do obviously. We can't help influence them by our own personalities and our likes and interests, obviously. You play what you like. It's kind of a thing. So, I'm sure there is quite a bit of Alex's love in Octus. I mean, go figure, right? It's like there's some no-brainers at that point, but I'm curious as to like how much he loves sewing, like, his interest in maybe perhaps the plushie or the little foxes? Like, does he love them a lot? Or did he just think it would be cute for Octus specifically for his character's personality or something? Let us get ourselves a vulture. I feel like that's now the default. Everyone's like, we gotta make our own pin plushie because they're not coming out with the plushie in the merch store. And it's like, I'm so surprised they haven't done one yet. It just seemed like the easiest no-brainer of, like, get the pin cushion. Alrighty then, we've got ourselves some quick sketch roughs here going on. Okay, we got ourselves the Dracula parrot, the Australian magpie, and the oh gosh, it was everything with an Andean condor. That's what it was. All right. Yes, of course, gotta keep the hair flip. I mean, how could we not do the hair flip? Yeah, 5'11", I know. That just, like, Who knew that was going to be a constant joke down the line? This is currently Alex, yes. So, with this currently, we have a new poll for you guys. Which of the three exemplifies Alex the best? So, let's go ahead and make you guys a poll. So we've got ourselves Dracula Parrot, Australian Magpie, and the Andean Condor. All right. Okay, I leave it in your hands, everybody. So you tell me, which should Alex be? Now remember, these are all roughs. A lot more detail and a lot more cleaning up will certainly happen, so don't worry necessarily if there's like one expression or one detail that might look more well done than the others. But when you kind of see how the bird exists, the kind of the length of leg and the statures and all that, it can all change, influence it a bit. But all right, let's see. I'll go ahead and get my stopwatch ready. I can talk English. Yes, I can do this. All right. So here we go. 1 minute left on voting. Timer is on. I agree with you when it comes to it being hard. It is. When it comes to Critical Role, it is never easy to make a decision. Figuring out what to do for the scenes, figuring out what critter to pick. This is why I rely on you guys, the community, because you guys can really help me narrow it down. And also make sure that I get it right, because I could always have, like, the worst memory of, like, what X and Y and Z happened, or who did what, or if... Like, for instance, someone pointing out that Travis's character was inspired by the Philippine eagle. I had no idea that's what its name was, but once it was said, it's like, oh, you got it. That 100%, I can totally see that now. Alright, we've got 10 seconds left. And done. Time to end our poll and see what we got. Ooh, alright, okay. I mean, even somewhat split for the next one, but looks like the Condor just pushes into the lead. Just enough. So, it looks like we've got Alex the Condor. Let's see what he would look like with a bit of color placement so we can see him a little bit better. This is a lot of fun. I do enjoy you guys being able to like show me with the votes and the ideas of what could be a really good fit for these guys. Now, by the way, remember, when we finally get Alex done, we will have the other cast to do. We've got, we got Liam for sure, Ashley, Laura. We haven't gotten Laura yet. And again, considering that everyone's going bird, I might just have to, like, at least have a Luis bird there in case. Because, again, the reason why he was the pseudo-dragon in that one was because I had a suspicion he might just be a dragon blood sorcerer bloodline. And so I thought, hey, pseudo-dragon, that fits. But it seems that there could be a lot more interesting choices that we can use with our little avian collection here. That could probably fit Louise really well. I'm also kind of wondering with Louise's heritage too. I mean, that could be another thing that could influence what kind of bird goes for him. If we stick to the bird, that's the other thing too. If we stick to birds, I'm not going to restrict you guys to just one type of creature. You could do anything as well, and I'll leave it up to the voting masses to see which one takes the lead. I didn't want to do a new view. That was no, there we go. Phoenix for Luis? Yeah, that's another one. Mythical birds. I mean, that's another thing we haven't really actually, I guess, talked or thought about, is that you could technically go crazy with the fantasy. I'm trying to remember what color Alex's eyes are. See if I can actually get a picture of that. They look like they're brown, I think, from what I'm seeing here. Oh, yeah, the definite looks like a brown. Okay. Alright, I'm pretty good on the kind of blocking of the colors a little bit. Probably carry that white a little bit around him. Let's see that there's a little bit around the mouth too. Probably extend that dark down the chest a little bit. All right. Alex Harness. Hummingbird lore has been definitely one that's mentioned, and I can totally see that being a fun thing. I mean, we could add the how often does Alex actually wear the leather like straps around his arms? I mean, they'd only be like slightly seen around there, kind of thing. So I don't know how much they would work or be needed necessarily, but still, we can absolutely see if more accessories are needed for the characters too, as we get them placed in there. If it feels like when they're standing next to their buddies, we can then see if maybe perhaps they need some good stuff. Leg cream. now I wonder. It's like where the leather harness goes. You're like, oh no, oh no, is that too low? Yeah, I can see that the dark banding could also potentially be like you can higher up it too around there, but I do see that like in the picture it goes down kind of a little bit. But we'll do the one thing that we do with the rest. We'll go ahead and let it sit for a second. We'll let Alex rest in the roost with the others and give him a chance to see how they mix and match together. Let's see, where's Robbie? There's Robbie. Pull ship a little bit, Robbie. We need some more room. Move Abria up a little bit. Alright. Gives us room for our Alex. Okay. Alright, we've got ourselves another one. Okay, okay. So, with these guys set, Ashley, Laura, Liam, Louise. Now, Louise, I considering it. Okay, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. If everyone becomes a bird by vote of popular decision by the critters, I will do a Louise as a bird. Because he technically was done as a pseudo dragon, but if everyone's going our feathered friends, then I'll join it with. Oh my god! I grabbed a really sharp D4. Jeez, this thing is like a dagger. What the heck? Oh my god! I just gripped it for a second and it was like, ow. Brutal. I should probably get one of those like crystal D4s where it's more like a cylinder than these pyramids. No, not a pyramid. One is like a tri-pyramid. But anyways, all right. So Ashley 1, Laura 2, Liam 3, 4 is gonna be a reroll. So here we go. 2, Laura. Ouch. I put my hand down on it, and you don't understand how spiky this thing is. Oh, shit, I dropped it on the floor. Danger, 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 danger. Okay, got it. Ooh, I might not ever use that D4 ever. That is a mean D4. Okay. My hand feels like it's been stabbed. All right. Laura. Laura. Laura time. All right. Laura, the lewdest of them all. The dirty jokes. The snickerer of all the adult puns. Our lovely Laura. All right, I mean, hummingbird absolutely has a great ring to it. Alright, so first, hummingbirds. I saw someone say turtle dove. Actually, didn't realize turtle doves were this colorful. Filipino bird. Laura the lovebird, yeah. I remember lovebirds being recommended from the previous one. Sadly didn't win, but we can try and see if people like the idea of Laura lovebird. Let's see, what is a Filipino bird? Oh, I'm getting the eagle for some reason. I guess it needs to be more specific because it's giving me a bunch of birds from the region. Crimson Rosella. That's a pretty colorful bird. That bird looks like a flag to me. That is just like bam in color. Lorikeet. But yep, I recognize this bird. I'm sure we've all seen a lorikeet here and there before. Sprinkle. That was the other one. It was the whole like, should he, should Laura be a Sprinkle, or is Sprinkle like, should Sprinkle be saved as a cameo Easter egg and having the fire ferret coming in for like something else? Because Caduceus came into one of the animatics as a little Easter egg, so I mean, there's potential for other cameos coming in. Kookaburra. And the classic Kookaburra. know that one. Spangled Cotinga. Ooh, pretty blue. That is a beautifully blue bird. I definitely get Vex vibes with the kinds of pretty blues you get there. Anna's hummingbird. What exactly is Anna's hummingbird? Just to make sure I know what. Oh, okay. A bit more of the green and red as opposed to the kind of bluey teal green. Gotcha. Chicken. Philippine fairy bluebird. Alright. Philippine fairy blue. That's another pretty bluebird. Very, very blue. Alright. A sprinkle cameo does sound fun. Yeah. Posh chicken. That would be hilarious if Travis somehow summoned him, but oh, is she? She's a quarterfield. All right, good to know. Good to know. Okay, I think we got a good collection here. Let me go ahead and number them up for you guys, and we can then do a quick little pick your top 3, essentially, and we can go and see which is the best collection to then sketch up. All right. Okay, so with our collections of 1 through 8, go ahead, guys. Give me the top 3 that you think we could at least narrow this down to. So go ahead, type them out. I'll try to tally as fast as I can and see if I can get the totals in there. Where is SS1? Not sure what that means. 1, 5, 6. 1, 5, and 6 again. 1, 5, 7. 1, 5, 7. 2, 5, 7. 2, 7. 6, 7, 8. That all in a row. 6, 7, 8. 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, 8. 1, 4, 8. 1, 4, 8. Well, it moved. Oh no, it moved. 1, 6, 2. Oh, that was 1, 6, 2, 1, 6, 2. Okay, 1, 6, 2, 1. Okay, great. 1, 5, 8. 1, 5, 8. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 7. 1, 3, oop, 1, and 6. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 6. 1, 5, 8. 1, 2, 7. 1, 5, 8. 1, 2, 7. 1, 3, 6. 1, 2, 6. All right. 1, 2, 6. 1, 3, 6. Oh dear, lost my place. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3. 1, 4, 3. 1, 6, 8. 1, 6, 8. 1, 6, 7. 1, 6, 7. 1, 8, 6. 1, 8, 6. 2, 6, 5. 2, 6, 5. 1, 4, 6. 1, 4, 6. 238. 238. 861. 861. 174 and 167. 174. 167. Another 167 and a 124. 167. 167. 124. We're getting to the end, and 6. All right. Whew. I'll just look up the Mindoro Imperial Pigeon just so I can take a look-see at it. It's a lovely pigeon. Lovely pigeon. Though I do think that it seems we're moving probably strongly into hummingbird. I'm definitely seeing big hummingbird. And number 6, I think, actually is the second place. Third, ooh, close, but it looks like the turtle dove is number 3. Just beating out the kookaburra. All right, yeah. I think we've got our 3 to start. We've got hummingbird, the Filipino fairy. No, not the fairy. This is the spangled cotinga. Spangled cotinga. All right, so we got spangled cotinga, turtle dove, and hummingbird. Alrighty then. So with you guys in the running, let's give us a Laura sketch selection and see which one best fits her. Yes, it is kind of ironic, right? The turtle dove with the turtle for Ford. That was a fun moment. Oh, thanks for coming around, RM Fox. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, it's very hard not to be influenced by the PCs, right? I mean, it kind of influenced Travis's final bird. With even more bird facts. I don't know if we can ever torture Brennan with bird facts now. I think he's leaned so much into it that he's learned to love it so much. He still comes up with so many different, like, bird points that he brings up, and it's just so great, I think, whenever he does them. Yeah, for Taisha to wild shape, yes. It would be amazing. I would love. I mean, obviously, she's got to get to the druid level where she can then take flying forms. But oh, just imagine the bird selections that she could do, and you know, I kind of also imagine Brennan leaning into it, just going like, if she picks a bird, he'd just go like, "Did you know that you can do this while in this bird form?" It's just like, oh, you choose flamingo? You can drink boiling water, and it'll be totally fine. Alright, I think we got some good bird energy going on here. Okay, which are we feeling is a good Laura? What's got the right energy? Let's go ahead and give you guys a chance to vote for this. So we've got for us the hummingbird, the spangled, or was it spotted? I think it's spangled. Spangled cotinga, or cotinga, and then the turtle dove. Alright. With these three, choose for me. We have not seen Liam yet, no. He is definitely a potential to pick out for if they do have table talk, which is very likely because they definitely had moments that were definitely them joking about, like at the wagon. I know Marisha and him had like a jovial moment of the meta pigeon, which was referenced. Bless the meta pigeon. Alright, I'll go ahead and give you guys a minute starting now. And we shall see. We shall see who. That's the hard part, right? It's like even narrowing it down to 3, gotta pick one. Gotta do the one. When I see hummingbird, my mind instantly goes to Pocahontas Flick and that adorable little funny hummingbird. Alright, you guys are coming up to 10 seconds left. 3, no, sorry, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poll be done. Every time I do it, it goes through emojis. Here we go. All right. And the tally said, oh my gosh! That is extremely close. Wow. Turtle Dove just barely beats. Wow, what a divide. What a divide. That is nearly 1/3 on each side, but that's crazy. Alright. Turtle Dove it is. Turtle Dove. I'm very surprised. I did not think it'd be that, but that is so cool. Our Turtle Dove. Answer all of them. Just keep changing it out. Don't be consistent. It's like, new bird, who this? Dun, 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 dun. turtle does have some crazy colors on their wings, you know? When I think turtle dove, my brain instantly goes to white bird, just a dove, you know, typical magician's dove / wedding dove. But it is way more than that for these birds. Ooh, actually, to be fair, double checking something. One sec. Because this sometimes happens. Okay. Just to make sure, because this happens sometimes, guys. The male birds will sometimes be way more ostentatious than the female birds. So I'm just going like, oh, please don't tell me that the bird is not the same. But it does look like they somewhat share. I can see some markings. Okay, it's just the breast. Apparently, it says that the difference is the pinkage on the breast. Females have less of the pinky. Don't know why, but there you go. This is a turtle dove. Yeah, it should be. Let's double check. Yeah. Yeah, this is them. They have some bluage around the. Yeah, that's a turtle dove. Yeah. We're gonna have to simplify it as best we can because in the animations, gotta repeat this stuff over and over and over. So gotta hopefully make it somewhat digestible if we can. Still recognizable, of course. Ooh, you know what actually might be easier for me to get the colors? That way I can actually do it probably better. If I do this, but then I zigzag. If I quickly did it that way, would that be doable? It's a little too patterny, I think. Definitely like the more prominent gold, though. We'll definitely have to do some simple pattern spots that we can just dapple here and there, just so we can make it a bit easier. We did something like those, and then rinse, repeat them a little bit. That could be enough to help at least give that somewhat appearance so we can get for it. Gripping a dice bag. just one big, massive, like, dice bag on her back at all times. Never leaves home without her dice bag. Spots on the wings being dice. That, you know, honestly, I like that. That has some very clever symbology play. We can just do the dice silhouettes. Good way to get a D10 in there now, because that one's tricky. I think it's just a wider version of like a D8. The silhouettes aren't too... Oh no, because it's a pentagram for the 5-1 wide thinking. Not a hexagon pentagram. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to silhouette off of memory how to distinguish a D8 and a D10 for their silhouettes, because it's kind of just like a wider version almost of the D8. It's kind of like a one's more equilateral, the other's more wonky wide. Laura Bailey, my dear, what color eyes do you have? Oh gosh, it's hard to see. They look brown. Yeah, like a hazel brown. Okay, she's got like a hazel brown eye. Yeah, what a fun idea for Laura's dice. That way, pattern it in the feathers. Dice fall out. I mean, Laura, do you dice? Yes. So far for the critters, by the way, welcome back, Isa, or IZA. We've gotten Abria, Alex, Laura, now done. Right. Just pop them in. Here we go. Oof, we are definitely going to have to extend the canvas a bit just to fit them all. All right. Okay. Ashley, Liam, Louise. Smiley day. Smiley day. I know, dice pattern is so clever, right? It's such a clever critter thought. Brilliant, brilliant. Gets a new spot. Oh gosh, everyone can't read their... I did like that one where Laura's just like, I'm gonna get my teeny tiny die. She's like, I can't read it. It's like, what does that say? Robbie leans over. 4. Fuck. She's just... It was just great. I'm gonna use my teeniest, tiniest die. Alright. Okay, so... with Ashley and Liam, because Louise will be last. Again, like I said, all of them have to be birds for me to then make Louise a bird. But we don't have to be bird. They could be anything. They could be anything. Don't just restrict yourself. We got options. But Alex turned out to be a condor, an Adian condor. Actually, that was the popular vote. Bat did come up, by the way. Bat was one of them, but condor won out. All right, so sticking to a safer D6 die, we're going to go ahead and roll odds and evens. So we'll give Ashley the odds and Liam's the evens. So then, ready? Here we go. Odd. Ashley, we rolled a 5. Ladies first. Ashley is up. All right, Ashley. Okay, guys, we need some Ashley critter choices. What's a good one for Ashley? It's too late. Oh, must be bird. That's a good question. What is the most Shakespearean? The kiwi. I remember the kiwi with the veil. That was a fun little thing. Though of course you can't just type in the word kiwi because you're just gonna get like this crazy fruit as opposed to the actual bird. All right. Okay, kiwi, and I saw quokka. Mirage, aka the Unicorn Bunny from D&D. Shoebill. Shoebills are actually extremely big. Like in terms of like the scariness of a shoebill, by the way, guys. I mean, like shoebill can eat a monkey. That's a scary bird right there. The hummingbird's her favorite bird? I didn't know that. Kakapo and quail. Oh right, the kakapo, the green parrot that lives in New Zealand that can't fly. The poor thing. Whoa. Huge image. Chickadee? Cute little bird. The sentient ball of moss, yeah, pretty much. Someone did mention golden finch earlier, yes. Let's see. I'm just in case everyone I saw Kia. What's a Kia? Whoa. That's an interesting bird. I've never seen a Kia before. Oh, the goldfinch female looks different. Oh, yep, tip, yep, Of course. It Happens all the time in the bird world where it's... The ladies sometimes don't get as much love in the color palettes. That's a female golden finch. Swordbill hummingbird. Oh, the one that has the absolutely ridiculously sized... I mean, I'll put that hummingbird next to the other hummingbird so that people can have like the comparison of the two. That's alright, no worry. Welcome, Ronix. This is currently Ashley. Ashley. Yeah, the banging of the beaks are scary, aren't they? The shoebill bang. Oh, it's terrifying. Okay, I think though. Oh, meadowlark. What's a meadowlark? Make sure I'll go female just to make sure not to mix it up. Ooh, well, very different for the. Oh, they're not too different. I think. But yeah, meadowlark. Okay, we got a puffin. Yes, okay. I mean, I also technically had a puffin drawn earlier, so we can always put the puffin back into. All right. Okay. I think this is a good selection to at least start to narrow down with everyone. All right. Just to make it easier, we'll go ahead and number these up. Down a bit. Okay. So we'll go with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the hummingbird, 8 for this guy, 9, 10. Got a lot more of these. Okay. All right. We've got 1 through 11. So if you guys can help me out, please give me the top 3 so we can then narrow it down from the top 3. So go ahead and throw them out. I'll tally them up as best I can. Eight is a house finch, I believe, or something like that. It was, no, chickadee. That's a chickadee, sorry. 8 is a chickadee. Alright, so I've got 1, 9, 10, 7, 4, 11, 4, 11, 2, 4, 11, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 7, 9, 3, 7, 9, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4, 7, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Oh no, must scroll up. Losing things. Alright, 3, 4, 9. 3, 4, 9. 9, 10, 11. Oh, there you go. That's all in a row. 9, 10, 11. 5, 7, 4. 5, 7, 4. 2, 4, 11. 2, 4, 11. 7, 10, 9. 7, 10, 9. 1, 149. 149. 179. 179. 835. 457. 457. There, 7 to 11. Alright. Then we've got 9 in big cap. 9. 2, 8, 11. 2, 8, 11. 2, 7, 8. 2, 8. 3, 8, 11. 3, 8, 11. 3, 4, 9. 3, 4, 9. 7, 11, 3. 7, 11, 3. 4, 7, 10. 4, 7, 10. Oh, same ones. 10. 1, 2, 11. 1, 2, 11. And 5, 11, 7. 11 and a 5. Okay. 4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. All right. Okay. I think that's every vote. Let's see. Well, Kiwi's got the lead, I think, at 15. Which then we've got the next one is the Hummingbird at 13. And just coming into third place in comparison is... Oh, it's a bit of a tie. It's 9 and 11. 9, 11... Well, no. So let's see. If we've got 9 and 11 are tied... 147 from another selection. 147. I mean, that still doesn't change the third place tie. Okay. Let's see. All right, I'll say this. It is one of those things where we've been going into some big kind of like fun size thing. Kiwis are actually pretty big, aren't they? They're not too tiny of a bird. They can start out tiny, but they get to like good ball sized. So yeah, but they're adorable, absolutely adorable. All right, we'll do a poll. There you go. That's a perfect thing to do. Let's do a poll. We got 2. That's an easy number to poll. Good question. Alright, so 9 and 11. Okay. So 9 and 11, here we go. Tell me, guys, which of these 2 should we go with? It's going to be... Oops. So it's either... Oh, we'll just do it in red or pink. It's either this one or this one. These are the 2 that we're debating on. Bottom right and bottom middle. I'll go ahead and put the minute on for the clock. Yeah, most of their body masses are... It is crazy when you actually see like a skeleton and they show you like an egg nestled in there and you're just like, oh my gosh, there's no room for anything. And nature's like, yeah, this seems right. And everyone's just going, no. Nature, no. Some things cool, other things, why? All right, 20 seconds left. Let's see where we go. Alright, we got ourselves in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Survey says... Wow, you guys, okay, all right. not kind of split. I mean, it's 60-40, 60-40, but half and half these guys. Man, half and half. All right. Number 9. Our little moss-covered parrot, basically. All right. So we got our kiwi, our hummingbird, and our friend, the moss bird. So let us. Okay. Now, I mean, we did technically have a hummingbird that was done. To give a little bit of the vibes of hummingbird, and can technically showcase, like, if it's a sword one, which the beak would be like very, very long. It's probably just the end of it that we would just end. And Robbie. We had our Robbie Kiwi a while back. Let's see if we can give our Kiwi some Ashley vibes. Hmm. Dark eyeliner. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna have some extra like toughage probably for all of them to have for Ashley's hair, because I do feel like we need to give more character for them. Yeah, Kakapo is the one. Yeah, it's a very interesting bird. And it's very like melon shaped in terms of like when you see it. Okay, I think we've got some good feelings, some good vibes here for what we got for the kind of the jive we're going for. So I think we should probably narrow down from the three. Oversized plumage. Yeah. let's go ahead and poll you guys. Let's see what do you think? Which has more Ashley vibes to you? Do you have more of a love for hummingbird, the kiwi, or the kakapo? Let's go ahead and give us a poll. Alright. Okay, and the poll is going out now. Alright, everybody. What is screaming Ashley Johnson? Do love it. Again, also, by the way, while the poll is going on, hello and welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys for joining and sticking around as long as you have. We are currently doing the critters, the critter creation of all the Critical Role cast members, so that we can have them in the animatics showcase themselves as a critter to be able to look down and talk about what's going on at the table. A lot of fun to have with the plays that they can do and the little jokes and funny expressions that they have for the crazy, insane story that's been going on. But I'll put a timer on it. We've got 1 minute for the votes left. Let's see. So yeah, currently this is Ashley. We've done quite a few. We still have Liam after this. We've got Liam, and then technically, if Liam is a bird, if he is a bird, then we'll have Luis as a bird. We'll have to do it because it's tradition for it at that point to be birdie. Yeah, the cook-up, it's doing better, but yeah, that poor thing. I do use Sai. Yes, Sai is what I am using for my drawing. Oh, and just to say real quick, if any of you guys are Beacon members, I really, really recommend that you go ahead and throw some questions up for the fireside chat tonight. That's going to be with Josh and Chris, both of them working at Titmouse, the creators of the Vox Machina animation. Phenomenal animation. I love that show. It's so great, and it's a chance to actually get to maybe learn a bit more about them. That's a lot of fun. And Josh is a great guy, really nice person. And we got time on that 1 minute clock. Let's see what we got here as I end the poll. Survey says, ooh, the hummingbird down compared to the rest by a good chunk. But all right. Well, it looks like the kiwi is the fave. The cursor seemed familiar. Alright. Lovely little birds that you all are. Kiwi Johnson it is. Just imagining poor Ashley having to run and somehow stay up on the higher beams and vantage points that all the other birds are able to get to, and there's her having to climb up. I'm sure Taliesin will give her a lift. They are weird kids together. over a little bit more of a pale blonding of the beak to kind of match it a little bit. It looks like they do have some minor feathering highlights, so maybe we can use that for let's see what would happen if we lightened her up a little bit. She might look a little better with a little lighter touch. Ashley either has blue or green eyes, it's hard to tell. We'll just go with that, like, in the middle vibe for her. Hello, hello. Welcome, Captain. Not too bad, just been getting up these critters before the day is lost. Starlings are the famous Shakespeare bird. Good to know. Like a football. Yeah, he would. Alex would with his condor grip, for sure. Which also would work, because, I mean, unless they swap the tables. That's the other thing. We don't know if the tables are going to be swapped. If they're not, then yeah. Condor can certainly give her a little lift when needed. Let's just quickly get that hummingbird out of the way. There we go. Okay. Well, Robbie's got his thing coming up. Let's get rid of the chicken real quick. There we go. Where is it? There it is. All right. Okay. Well, I know technically all we have left is Liam and Luis. However, it is coming up to 1 o'clock, and I'm probably going to have to go ahead and get some lunch started, as well as take care of some other things around the house before having to prep and then do some stuff before the fireside chat. And of course, take care of the Malamute that you might be hearing in the background, as he's well aware of needing attention. Oh, lemur. Yeah, that's so good. But yes, but I would say, so, probably tomorrow morning, I will say this, tomorrow morning around the same time, I will go ahead and kick this back off. So if anyone who's here knows it, so at least then at that time, I can do it again, and we can finish off and get Liam and then Luis. If that, again, that's if Liam is a bird. If Liam somehow changes and becomes not a bird, which is totally fine, then we shall adjust accordingly. But for now, at least, we'll have something to look forward to and to think about, too. In case any other Shakespearean birds come to mind, and you can share them with me and we can get them worked out with the rest of the critter community. Albatross, nice. I like that. I like that. Keep these in mind. Make sure to have them ready for tomorrow, because then we can go ahead and get Liam up and running.
I see him as a puffin.
A puffin? We actually did a puffin recently. Yeah. And the puffin was potentially for Matt because living on the edge. Oh,
kiwi.
Well, Ashley's the kiwi.
Ow.
Yeah, Ashley the kiwi. By the way, for those of you guys who want to know, that is my best friend over there, who is the co-worker and creator on the stream for Dispellogic. He is also the famously known as the voice of Scritch. Do you want to say hello, Scritch?
Hello, Scritch. I'm loving my dog. Leave me alone.
I know, yeah. Titan needs love. Yeah, I think it's gotta keep him happy. But as far as it goes, I hope you guys had fun. I certainly did, and I will be looking forward to doing this again with you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, have a great day. Hope to see you guys on the Fireside Chat if you come there. And take it easy. Bye, guys.